you join me at a session at Boesmanland Loopbaan. This venue is just above Rietsbrae Dam and has a good head of fish, with fish going up to 14 kilos. There's also a nice selection of mirrors in this lake, and in this session we hope to get our hands on at least one of them. We've decided to come to this venue as the year's fishing has not been as productive as we had hoped. So maybe now we can get at least a couple of fish under our belt. After getting to the venue just before sunrise, we got our camp ready, got the rods ready, and started taking in some lines. There are some lovely features to fish to, such as reed beds on the opposite side, drop-offs on the close bank, and the dam wall to your far left. Monroe was fishing down the close hand margin just at the bottom of the drop-off, and I was fishing towards the opposite reeds and also taking a line over to the dam wall. However, after getting a bite and losing a lovely mirror in the reeds, I decided to move my one rod to the reed spot and also do something that I haven't done before, and that is to get the underwater camera down and see if we can get a bite on camera. After getting multiple takes and landing quite a few fish, we decided to put down the GoPro and see if we can get some fish feeding in front of the camera. What happened next was quite a bit of a surprise to us. Notice how one or two fish immediately spooked after coming into the swim. A few moments later, you see the pole knocking around to which the GoPro is attached, falling over, and then realize it's an otter trying to steal the GoPro. After lowering in the camera, it was about 15 minutes before fish started coming into the spot. Now they stayed well on the edge of the area before gaining confidence and feeding quite aggressively. Unfortunately, I was also done a couple of times. While we were struggling to get a bite on camera, the other rods did at least provide some action with a couple of smaller fish, and then eventually I also managed to land a lovely 10.3 kilo common.
Here we go. Actually my first 10 kilo fish of the year. So sad, but so happy. Lovely fish.
Monroe also managed to land a lovely common just after dark, and myself also had a couple of small ones which we didn't take photos of, hoping that the next day would be just as productive. For this session I used a very fine particle mix consisting of hemp seed, buckwheat, crushed tiger nuts and crushed hemp seed with a small amount of tiger nuts with it. Then to that the all faithful hemp oil and tiger nut extract. Throughout the underwater footage we saw that the fish were getting preoccupied with the small bits and pieces, often sucking up against the actual swivel of the hook bait, or just lying and sucking in at one spot without moving. So we decided to add some more tiger nuts and chickpeas to the particle mix to see if this can get the fish to pick up the hook baits as they move. We got the camera back underwater and tried to see if we can replicate the footage that we got from yesterday. Now we got the rods in, gave it the time, we had no action or anything. So when we got the rods out, we got the camera out, put it on charge, put the memory card in a laptop, sat back, watched the footage, saw nothing happened. However, what was interesting was the fact that the 3-ounce lead I had on moved. I probably moved it 3 feet just by dragging it on my way back on the boat. Now this is over 200 meters out that we dropped the line, but this just shows how important it is to rather use a heavy gripper type lead instead of a distance lead, as it is not as heavy and it's too smooth, so it slips really easily without you even knowing it. If I had a bottom bait on here, the hook probably would have been buried in some of the grass or debris on the bottom. I scrouched around in my bag, found a 6-ounce lead, put that on, and after the battery finished charging, got both rigs back and just about managed to get both of them in shot. And this time we actually got a bite on camera.